Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys, to another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast. I had to close my eyes on that one and breathe. Because if it's not New York City outside, dogs barking, it's your teenager. So, this is your favorite host, Miss T, and we are back for a Solita episode that I have been owing you guys for years. Feels that way. It's more so 3 weeks here, but it feels like years, right? It feels like where the fuck this bitch been at? I've been busy, y'all. I've been so busy with all hats. You guys already know I've shared this on this platform multiple times, and ever so often, I've definitely taking one hat off, focused on the other. Sometimes I just don't wear any hats. Like I've been doing all that. But when I tell you, life is just life in and it's coming in quick. Like the things that are going on is just happening so quick, back to back, one on top of the other. And I have been doing the best that I can with figuring out a balance. And this has been including a workout schedule, motherhood, deadlines with this kid, uh, work, deadlines with work, me, my own deadlines with this creative space, right? There's just so much that I have been not drying, trying to do. A bitch feels dried the fuck up because I am drained, fully drained, and like I'm knocking the fuck out. Like, what the hell? But what's crazy is it's not that level of like, the drained where I sit there and I cry. No, not that kind. It's just, it's busy. It's so busy with so many things. And it really hit me 3 weeks ago. And that's really what this Solita episode is going to be about. There's so much I've been learning through what's been going on these past several weeks. There is so much that, I mean, y'all, I'm missing a nail. Like my natural nail broke off. And it's just like, I get to the nail salon lady when I get to the nail salon lady. Like that's how bad this has been. And 3 weeks ago, there was a little aha moment, an observation made by someone else. And it was like, oh no, did he just read me for filth? It was not for filth. Um, it was definitely for a strong coffee, I'll tell you that much. Um, 3 weeks ago, roughly 3 weeks ago, I did my normal morning routine. And the thing is, here's the catch. It doesn't matter how much I may have a good morning, a smooth morning from the point I wake up. Doesn't matter even if I am on time. Doesn't matter like what the flow is in the morning from within my home. By the time I go and I stop by my bodega and I go get my coffee because I do get my coffee from La Bodega. Okay. Because no matter how much we have an intense relationship sometimes because he be fucking up, I can't miss my coffee and I still love that coffee. And all the years that I have lived here, and this particular bodega guy, I think he's fairly new, like maybe 2 years, 3 years owning the bodega. But he just like looked at me and he was like, why you always come in here on the go? Like you're in a rush. Like, are you always late? And I was taken aback. I was like, is he reading me right now in front of all these people? Some of them were my neighbors, and I don't really talk to people. I be minding my business. I be doing my thing. Okay. I don't want people all up in my business, right? And I was like, no. I said, I'm not late. I said, why would you think I'm late? He's like, well, because you always come in here like in a rush. And I said, well, yeah. I said, I could be on time. Right now, I could be early. I'm still going to come in here like I'm in a rush. And he just stared at me. He's like, but why? Why would you do that? Like, if you're not rushing, if you don't need to rush out to go anywhere, why would you do that? Why would you come in here so quick? And I just looked at him and I smiled and I said to him, because my time is precious, because I like to be in a flow of things, because someone was said time is money. And then I said to him, I don't like to waste time. I like to just keep moving. That's what I said to him. And he just looked at me. He laughed and he said, okay. He's like, "So you're not late?" I was like, "No, I'm not late today. I'm not generally overall, I'm really not late." No, MTA be tripping, but I'm really not late. I looked at him, I was like, "Sometimes you make me late when you be taking forever to make my goddamn coffee. I don't know why, but you make me late sometimes. It's you. You the problem." But we laughed a little. He gave me my coffee and I kept walking. And since 3 weeks ago, I've so much has happened, like in addition to what was already going on, and I realized I had to realize, like, just how quick I move with certain things, just how pressed with time I am because of the things I book, of the things I agree to, of the things I say yes to. And it all ties into a conversation that I had today. And listen, if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw my little clips, but I don't lose anything in sharing it here. Today, someone had to kind of check me a little in a healthy way. And she was just like, I shared a little bit about how sometimes I feel a little guilty that I am not as accessible, available as I was before to some of my closest and nearest, right? Even the ones who are a little bit at a distance, I'm not so available. I just had a conversation 2 weeks ago with a great friend of mine. Definitely has been on the show before, but we are legit friends, not just, a guest here. And I have not been able to go see her. I have not been able to go visit her. And lo and behold, we do our few check-ins, and it seems like we're actually going through something very similar all at the same time. And so for a split second, y'all, because I I I I am proud of so many of the boundaries I put in place for my self-care, for my wellness, and for my sanity and for balance, especially when it comes to anyone that no longer fits, anyone who is not serving of a purpose, anyone who's not bringing nothing positive to you, anyone who is not adding to you, anyone who is making things actually worse or triggering you, remove them, right? But what I realized is that my body has been naturally just saying, all of y'all that I love, y'all also gonna get a boundary. And so the person that I spoke with today, and I shared a little bit of what that guilt felt like for me, said, no, 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 that's a healthy boundary though. Because at the end of the day, you know who you love and they know that you love them, at least should. It all means well, nothing bad has happened. But is a healthy boundary that is not tied into the negative, is a healthy boundary that is not necessarily stressing you out, is a healthy boundary that might actually be of mutual health, wellness for you, meaning me, and wellness for the other person. Because I mean, why would I want to dump on this person who I care for any of my stresses, right? I realize just how much ever so often, even with the closest people, and I realize I may do it to people as well, even though I try my best to check, hey, how you feeling today? Because I kind of got to share some things with you, and I went off and this and the third, but I don't want to trigger other people, right? And I realize I have not been checking that before just sharing. I realize that sometimes the contribution that you make to these healthy friendships, healthy relationships, is by not sharing at all and putting up that healthy boundary because there is just so much going on. I do not take for granted, you know, that my bodega guy thought that he can read me for filth while handing over the coffee. It's a delicious coffee, by the way, y'all. The coffee you always see me drinking, that's the coffee. But at the same token, I'm grateful that he said that to me. I am grateful that someone was able to call me out of my shit and say, "Where are you going?" I'm thankful that someone was able to say, "Relax, take it easy." Now, fun fact, I have not relaxed all the way. Certainly not taking it easy. I'm still on the fucking go. He's the first person that sees me on the go and hands me my coffee. I realize just how much that has been also a protective tactic, so that it's one thing if the coffee's done wrong and it fucks up my day, but it's another if somebody thinks it could fuck up my day. And so I use that as a protective tactic of just going. No chance, no opportunity for anybody to mess that up for me of whatever flow I am in, of whatever moment I am in, how focused and centered I am in. And I realized today that it was my body reacting to that also naturally. I realized today just how much that aligns with the healthy boundary. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to feel like, damn, I did something wrong. I fucked up. No, no. On this platform, I share all the time and time again. Our bodies talk to us. And I've come to terms that this is how my body talks to me on a daily basis with how I'm able to make it through the day. It's not in a negative way, it's just how I function. And for me, I've been on a whole new level of self awareness when it comes to my routines, when it comes to my schedule, when it comes to who I encounter on a daily basis, the how. You know, once upon a time, if you've been listening to me for the past 3 years, you guys already know that I have shared in the past. People would look at me and they see this line in my forehead. Shout out to my pops who gave me this. And if I'm focused like this, it looks like I'm angry and I'm not angry. But people always used to accuse me of like, the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Why she got an attitude? Why she angry? I mean, it even caused me some issues at the workplace, if I'm going to be honest. Not this one, previous one. And what's crazy, how that self awareness has taken me with that piece, right? With what's on the what is it, aesthetics on the surface, what everyone can see. I have been at this new work environment and I have never been told, "Oh, are you okay? Is everything all right? You look upset." And I've been focused. The way that self awareness and really digging deep into, was it just, that line that I got from my dad? Or was it something deeper? Was it something else that was coming to the surface? Was I really happy? Was I always pissed? Was there something that I just carried with me on a daily basis and it impacted what that facial expression was like? You know, it's made me think so much, being so reflective, going back several months now, being in this new place, being in this new space, and just feeling good even with all the madness and all the overwhelmness and just all everything that's going on just with that piece alone, right? Y'all, let me be even more transparent. I even found myself saying, "Well, we need to meet this deadline, but I'm going to be away, but I can take my laptop and I can." No, not happening. You're not doing that. So and so could do this. So and so could do this. We'll be fine next month. And again, I think they read me for filth on that one too. I think they did. And so to have 3 weeks ago, the coffee guy do it, my bodega guy, right? To have these reflective moments, to have a great conversation today where someone didn't read me for filth. Okay, a good filth, a good filth, a really good filth here. And then to have that moment, right? I realize I've been doing this to myself a lot. Again, all these aha moments, and it all started in the bodega. It all started there 3 weeks ago. Since I've been saying I'm gonna give you guys a Solita episode, I want to catch you up on so many things. And the truth is, none of those things is worth me catching, having you guys catch up on it with me here because who wants to just dump on it on you guys? Who wants to just unpack? It's no secret. Life is life. Things fucking happen, y'all. That's the truth. Nobody got no legal cases. Everybody's fine. Everybody's safe. Everybody is. I haven't been to jail or anything. Everybody's great. But it's just insane to me just how everything has happened so closely together and how much is impacting my continued progress, my continued commitment to me, everything that I continue to want to learn and to want to learn about myself while dealing with others in different situations. And I am extremely proud of that, extremely proud of listening. Because a long time ago, the old Daisy would have been like, well, why the fuck are you telling me anything about what I'm on the go? Like, that's none of your business. And that wouldn't have been right. The truth is, that would not have been right. Look at a moment. And he didn't say it in a bad way. He didn't say it in the wrong way. It was really like for conversation. Although I didn't really have that much time to have a conversation that early in the morning, but it helped. it helped. And so one of the things I've been definitely just voicing out and sharing and just constantly repeating is when you listen, you learn. Say less. I've talked about this here before. I have, if you remember, A Dose for the Soul, your Tuesday mini-so series, Once Upon a Time. I talked about that say less. And that is so true. When you listen, you do learn. When you pay attention to what people are saying, when you pay attention, when you're listening to their actions, there's actually so much being said through people's actions and it's loud. And if you listen, you learn so much. And the past 3 weeks, I've been able to do that heavy, 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 heavy. And I don't take that for granted. I don't take for granted even the very intentional conversations that just come up and I'm able to have with an intention of being real genuine and just getting to know a person, a general one, a general, genuine conversation with no one in particular, just someone else. And when you learn from them, and when you learn from their observations, even of you, and it's communicated to you so effectively with pure, genuine intentions as well from that side, you learn so much. When you learn to really listen, okay? You learn so much. And so I felt like this was the right moment to come and serve you guys a Solita episode because I am so overdue. And I've been making promises that at this point, I'm tired of not keeping them, that I will apologize for. I owe you guys so much that's coming up, and it is going to be released. And I'm going to make the promise and the commitment that it will be released the week that I return from vacation because your girl is going to be on vacation. You are hearing this, and I'm already packed up, ready for the last day in the office, ready to go enjoy some time with the family this upcoming weekend, and ready to get on a motherfucking flight. And I am looking forward to tanning. I'm looking forward to relaxation. I'm looking forward to laughter. I'm also looking forward to possible reunion or reconnecting with a certain someone. I'm not going to give you out so many details because if you know my platform, you know I don't incriminate anybody here ever. So mind your business, please. But I'm looking forward to a lot of things with this vacation. And one of the primary things I'm looking forward to is not being in a rush, not being always on the go. Certainly not wasting time, but just making sure that I enjoy every second of just disconnecting and very much so cherishing and embracing all that time for me and my kid and all the people that are going to be around us, whether we know them or meet them for the first time or what have you, right? And I'm excited for that. By the time I come back and release the next episode, which will be with a guest because it's already recorded that week, by the end of that week, you guys, it will be a month after we have hit our 3-year anniversary. So if you remember in the last episode, I mentioned that, oh, I'm going to release it by the time it's 3 years. It didn't happen, but I will be releasing it that same week. And you guys will have the second journal to my journey. And I'm excited to share this finally with you guys. Excited to release so much that I haven't been experiencing. As I always say here on this platform, we are experts of our experiences. No one can take that from you. And I think it's okay to say and safe to say that we can give a lot of grace to what those experiences are for us, what they serve us, and all the lessons we can learn from them. And so, on that note, guys, stay tuned for so much more that's coming. Thank you again for your grace, for the time you've given me, for your patience. I owe y'all so much. I love y'all, my faithful listeners, because, like I said, them downloads been downloading. And for all of you who are new and who are probably binge listening, welcome. You're in for several treats. And as always, guys, this has been another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I'm your host, Miss T, and you guys will tune in next week. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.